welcome to episode 8 of the State of Maritime Wrestling. I am your host, the Maritime Wrestling superfan, Connor Koch, and this episode will be all about Kaizen Pro Wrestling and their recent event they had. So Kaizen Pro Wrestling is another major indie wrestling promotion in the East Coast that is based in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and it's owned by none other than the Lebanese Luchadora Mya Malek. At the last Kaizen show, which was Unbreakable, there was a lot of new talent making their debut in this show. So, first match, Dudes Doing Things. The team of Ryan Clary, the returning Ryan Clary, and Daniel Wall defeats the debuting Ken Frazier and Evan Gibbons in a tag team match. Then, Dawson James makes his Kaizen debut and defeats the debuting Matt Kerr. Benoit Gravel defeats Ryan Denim. Bobby Boyette wins the Kaizen Contender Elimination Scramble against Sebby, Covey Christ, Ian Pratt, and Justine Ward. And also Ryan Schimmel, too. And I'd say this match was a really good match. You got a lot of good talent in there. Especially got Covey and Ian Pratt. You got, Bobby's good, though, too. And Ryan Schimmel, he's getting better and better every show. And Dawson James, well, I've seen him in North Pro with the NWO, Newfoundland World Order. Benoit Gravel, I've seen him both in North Pro and at some CCW shows. It's pretty good. I've seen Ian Pratt, too, in North Pro, too. And, the main event for that show was Joey White, the Kaizen champion, defeats Jason Boa in an I Quit match. And I've seen both Jason Boa and Joey White, both in North Pro and some CCW shows too. I think kudos to all these guys, and they're making their debut and making a great performance. It's just really enjoyable to watch, and even on YouTube. But yeah. So at the recent show where they took Kaizen to the Trenton Funfest in Trenton, Nova Scotia, and they had their show. It looked like a really good roster, full of all the Kaizen guys, mostly. So the matches, and I didn't get any results from each of the matches. I only got the main event, because I saw a video that was posted on Facebook. So, Bobby Boyette versus Ian Pratt, Justine Ward versus Covey Christ, Ryan Schimmel versus Daniel Wall, Jason Boa versus Sebby versus Ryan Denim in a triple threat match. The main event, the Kaizen champion, Joey White, defends the belt against the returning Draven Kyuss, since he's been living in Ontario, getting more opportunities there. He came back to the Maritimes and wrestled in that Trenton Funfest show. And Draven Kyuss defeats Joey White for that main event. And yeah, I'd say kudos to all these guys. They just do an amazing performance and an amazing job. You gotta give big kudos to Mya Malek for like booking all the best talent around the Nova Scotia and the Kaizen. You gotta give kudos to her. Their next show will be Kaizen Pro Wrestling presents Death Wish at the Alderney Landing Theater in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. And the matches that were announced were the Kaizen champion, Joey White, will be defending the title up against the former Kaizen champion, Boyette. The team of Ian Pratt, Justine Ward, and Dawson James will be facing Dudes Doing Things, the team of Sebby, Daniel Wall, and Ryan Clary in a 6-man tag team match. Covey Christ will be taking on Jason Boa and Benoit Gravel in a triple threat match, and that was all the matches I got the information. For Dave Boys Championship Wrestling, Supercard 4, Justin Newhawk, Matt Connors, and the Wild Man Gary Williams will be at that show. Hollywood Cole will be taking on Reversal. The Showcase, Ethan Knight, will be taking on the DIY Wrestling Champion, Jonathan Cross. The King, JP Sims, will be taking on the sensational Madison Miles. And the new Maritime Champion, Chip Chambers, will be defending the title against the Big Pitcher, Chris Cook. Capital City Wrestling presents Summer Clash, Clash 35, at the Capital Exhibition Center in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and the New Brunswick Professional Wrestling Association. They've announced their next shows coming up. Battle in the Bend 2 will be in Nakwik. And the matches that were announced for that show, the NBWA River Valley Champion, Kerry Killam, will be defending the title against Rugged Rick Owens, and Horsepower Hunter Sampson will be facing Chevron. And Dopetown Destruction will be happening on August the 3rd. Also, for the Battle on the Bend, August 13th is the date for that show. And Fight at the Fair 2, which the NBWA crew will be returning to Stanley once again for their Fight at the Fair 2. And the matches that were announced were Horsepower Hunter Sampson will be taking on the Big Bad Logan Green. I know it's a voice crack. Rugged Rick Owens will be taking on Chevron. And that was all what I got. All the NBWA guys, such as like Stotley Crew, the NBWA Heavyweight Champion Larry Horowitz, the new NBWA Women's Champion Salem Rowder, Nick Strong, Matt Strong, Zane Valentine, Spike Esty, and Oscar Ironside and Patrick O'Neill will be at that show. And so for the UCW Summer Explosion, there is the new UCW Tag Team Champion, the team of Joey White, Max Power, and Dawson James. They are known as the Newfoundland World Order, since what's happened with Dawson James was he turned on Mr. David A. Boys and the Deuce. Anthony Deuce Harlem. And so, Sabotage, the team of the Newfoundland Nightmare, Justin Newhook, and the Blackwing, Matt Connors, will be returning to UCW Summer Explosion. And the kid Rudy Lockhart, the new UCW Atlantic Canadian champion, will be defending the belt against Ethan Knight. Hollywood Cole will be taking on Chip Chambers in a steel cage match. And just recently, Island Pro Wrestling is having their summer pop-up show in Summerside, Prince Edward Island, at the Summerside Lobster Carnival. So all the matches that were announced for that were Daniel Wall will be taking on the debuting Joey White, TJ Miguel, the Philippine Dream, will be taking on Spike Esty, Sebby, and Bobby Boyette in a fatal four-way match. And Port City's finest, Caden, and the returning Draven Kyuss will be versus the Big Bad Logan Green, will be facing each other in a triple threat match. Zane Valentine will be taking on Ryan Schimmel for that main event. So for the United Wrestling show coming up, the matches that were announced were the triple threat ladies match. Taylor Rising will be taking on Sandra Lee and the Dream Girl Ellie in a triple threat match. And the pro wrestling alumni Bushwhacker Luke will be there, and a lot of other guys are going to be there. FKA, AWOL, Rugged Rick Owens, Deuce and Riggs, and Chevron, and yeah, there was all the show. That show will be coming up. And Red Rock Wrestling, their show will be coming up. They have two shows coming up. Oliver Hansen will be taking on the Red Rock champion, heavyweight champion, Chris Cook. Ethan Knight will be taking on the Red Rock light heavyweight champion, the kid Rudy Lockhart, and the WWE Hall of Famer, the Mountie, will be at that show, and the WWE alumni, the Bollywood Boys, will also be at that show. And that's all I had for that big show there. You know, the other show was only one match, and it was Chris Charters will be taking on Rudy Lockhart, the kid Rudy Lockhart, for the Red Rock Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship. And that was all the information I got. Recently, North Pro Canadian Wrestling just announced their next show, which is August the 15th. North Pro Canadian Wrestling presents Shifting Currents, returning at the Holy Whale Bear Hall in Riverview, New Brunswick. So what happened at the Uncharted Waters show? Hollywood Heathens defeat Scorched Earth in a tag team match. Michelle, the new NSPW heavyweight champion, successfully defends the belt against Chip Chambers. Giant Orion successfully defends the undisputed North Pro Championship against the returning Alex Silva, although at the start of the match, Silva put Giant Orion in a submission, and Giant Orion tapped out, and Silva was crowned the new undisputed North Pro champion until that referee woke up and she didn't see any of this, so the match had to be restarted, and Giant Orion successfully defends the undisputed North Pro Championship belt. And I'd say this match was a great start for the evening, especially for both of the best guys in the Maritimes. Like, I'm saying Giant Orion is a fucking beast. Excuse my language, but I'm just saying that. He is a fucking beast. But, anyways, Chantal defeated Astro Boy in a intergender match, North Pro's first intergender match. And well, Astro Boy, it was obvious. It was Michelle underneath the mask. Yeah, the black mask, black trunks and knee pads and all that. He was a hell of a good heel, and yeah, he was something. I can tell you that. But the kid Rudy Lockhart, one of my absolute favorites, defeats the returning Lincoln Steen, heel Lincoln Steen. Sabotage defeats AWOL. Both of these tag teams are really good. Like, I really enjoy watching both New York Connors and Alex Miller and Brian Navarro. They're both amazing tag teams. And the main event for that evening, Dawson James defeats the returning Stick fucking Durnan. And well, it was it was like a really good show, and well, that was all what I had there. So yeah, North Frozen. Also, I will be heading out this Thursday with the Special Olympics Capital Region softball team to Woodstock for the 2025 Special Olympics Summer Provincial Games. I will be playing softball. So the games are on Friday and Saturday. So the softball games are going to be played at the Dan Ross Center in Heartland, New Brunswick, and also the softball games are also going to be live streamed. I have no idea what it's going to be live streamed on, but I'll keep you guys posted about it. And you can come out to the Dan Ross Center and watch some good softball and cheer on the Capital Region softball team. And yeah, that's all. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. I really appreciate it. It really means the world to me. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to smash that like button. Turn on your notification bells. And smash that subscribe button for more wrestling content. Peace out.